Welcome back to the pregame. Time now for our talk with Coach Pedersen, brought to you by Liberty Communications. And Coach headed down to the Little Rose Bowl, opened up the district portion of the schedule with a 52-28 victory last week over Bellevue. A good way to start off that district season.
It certainly was. The offense really exploded that night and did a great job, and I thought the defense, for the most part, did a pretty good job. We have some things to clean up on both avenues, and the special teams I thought was very, very good again. And so we're making improvement, and we're a young football team. We got a lot of kids that are playing that are freshmen and sophomores, and that's fine for the future.
Well, that was one of the things I'd written down here with those special teams. A couple weeks ago we were talking how, wow, that was really the difference in the ball game, making it a close game. And it seems like those kids have responded. There's a lot more effort, a lot more focus out there, realizing that they need to make the most of their opportunities.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, when you're on the special teams, it's the same as being a starter on offense or defense. And we've tried to sell that to them, and they're buying in now, and they're doing a really good job.
Well, back to that offense, like you said, almost 500 yards, 52 points. It was just a situation of taking advantage of what was there.
Absolutely, and we're starting to scratch where it itches a little bit. We're getting a little depth built up in the receiver category as well as the running back. And I think the offensive line is now starting to develop a little bit of chemistry. I thought the pass protection that night was very, very good.
Well, that was the other thing. You look, from the week before against Tipton, they struggled. They admit it. What do you think led to them maybe responding and stepping up a little bit better?
Just a little heart and determination, and in fact, self-pride. I mean, I think that they want to be as good as they can be, and I think they showed it last week. And, it's going to have to take the same kind of effort this week against North Cedar.
Well, going to take an effort like Gavin had as well. He's really growing into that position at quarterback, had over 300 yards, made some good decisions out there, and that's good when you've got a young quarterback that is starting to show that maturation.
Absolutely. I'm real impressed with him. He can not only throw it, but he can also run it, and he's doing a real good job with ball security, so we're going to continue to hope for the same kinds of things. He has a chance, if he really dedicates himself, to become a college quarterback.
Well, somebody else that's got a college future ahead of him, Tanner Lukovsky, and situation where I think some people on the outside may be looking saying, wow, Tanner's not averaging 300 yards rushing a game or something. What's going on here? But he's one of those guys that he's not worried about that, and he showed that the fact that he scored 4 different ways, rushing, receiving, defensively, and he threw a pass. He's one of those team players that cares about the W, not the individual stats.
Absolutely. He's not interested in the stats, and I think that's important if you're going to reach your full potential as an athlete. If you're back there sitting about your stats and all you think about your stats and you don't think about your team, you're really not very team-oriented, and they're really kind of a kid that's not going to be very, positive in our program. And Tanner's been positive all 4 years. He's grown, and now he's got 4 offers to college, and he's got some, probably some more coming. I've heard some more rumors today on some other colleges that are now going to throw their hat in the ring, and he deserves everything he gets.
Well, and it's a situation, too, that helps everybody else. Maybe they are focusing on him a little bit and opens things for Gavin or for Trey or for Goody. So, it's an opportunity for him to show that, it's not just necessarily about the me, it's about the we.
Oh, absolutely. And that's kind of what our program has always been. Usually the kids that are the most successful in our programs are the ones that are totally team-oriented, and those who maybe don't have as good a time or don't play as well as maybe they could be are probably ones that are a little more selfish.
Well, flipping things to the other side of the ball defensively, we kind of alluded to it. One of the things, you mentioned maybe clean some things up, gave up a few more yards or points than we'd like to see. But one of the really big things I noticed was 4 turnovers, one of them for a touchdown, but the other 3 all led to touchdowns as well. That's huge in a game like that.
Our defense is underrated. I think we're doing a lot of things with field position. We're doing a lot of things with turnovers, and we're giving the ball back to the offense in advantageous positions, and that's part of the whole process as well. And we still have some other things that we haven't added to our defense yet that we're going to be adding in the near future. So, they're excited about that. So we've kind of held some things back.
Well, you got a challenge here tonight as you take on North Cedar, a team that over the last 2 or 3 years, 3 or 4 wins combined. They're on a 4-game winning streak this season. They're trying to get some things turned around up there, and what is it you're expecting to see from them?
They're a great football team. They have 11 seniors playing, and I think that always shows when you get some of that upperclassman maturity going. They can run the ball, they can pass the ball, and they're very aggressive. Their offensive line is huge, and we're going to have to use good technique and use our speed and quickness because they're about 265 average across the front. They're very similar in nature to Tipton's offensive line. So they have a lot of things that we're going to work on, and they have a lot of good skill positions, and we're going to see if we can take care of some of that.
We're looking forward to it, Coach. Should be a good one. Thanks very much for joining us.
Thank you.
That's our talk with Coach Pedersen, brought to you by Liberty Communications. We'll be back with more of your pregame right after that. This is the Bearcast at westbranchfootball.com.